Ithinanam everyone, it's Priscilla, welcome back. Today I just wanted to make a quick video about why eating meat is an extremely damaging thing to your consciousness. Just I want to focus on this aspect. So for any reason, please, if you are a spiritual person, if you are even a conscious person, if you are a seeker, if you're somebody that has any passion for your own life or for the life of others, you need to stop eating animals. This is just it's like a basic requirement for anybody to accelerate their consciousness. If you have been on a spiritual journey for many, many years, there's only a threshold which you're going to reach. If you are still eating meat, you're not going to pass that threshold. Because your consciousness can literally not raise up. Because I'll explain just this aspect of it. As a human being, humans are very conscious beings. Humans are the only beings which have the possibility of we have our own consciousness. We have made this jump from monkey to man, and that jump was consciousness. The difference between us and a monkey is the conscious aspect of us. Yes, they have a mind. They have a mind. They have a physical body, but they don't have a consciousness. We have the consciousness. So when we consume an animal, when we consume a different being which does not have this consciousness in them, naturally, just by logic, we're going to bring ourselves and our frequency to that level. So now that we've spent thousands and thousands and thousands, if not more years, reaching this state where we're in a human body, where we're actually caring about learning about our spirituality or our consciousness, to continue to make a choice to consume a living being when there is absolutely zero requirement for it. See, it would be a different story if you weren't getting nutrients you needed from plants, if you weren't getting nutrients you needed from grains. But there is not one thing you cannot find within other food groups that you can find in an animal. You do not need to consume an animal for one reason. There is no valid reason to kill an animal at this point in human history. There may have been a time in the past where this was survival. I completely acknowledge that and accept that. There was a time in human consciousness where hunting animals was acceptable for that conscious level. But we're at a threshold where this consciousness can supersede this, and when we consume beings who have gone through violence, especially this is a huge thing, the animals that we're eating, on top of that we're eating we're taking a life, which is an extremely unconscious action of killing another thing. See, violence is the only sin recorded in the cosmos. Violence is the only wrong action because it's the ultimate basically betrayal of consciousness, because consciousness is life. So when you're taking away life, it's the ultimate act against the entire cosmos. But on top of this, the animals that we are consuming in society today are full of toxins, not only physically and chemically, but of violence. There's so much violence within them because they die in such a violent way. So consciously what is happening, I'm explaining from a spiritual perspective, consciously what is happening is the cow that you're eating, the hamburger that you're eating, that cow went through a ton of trauma and violence when it died. It didn't leave the body willingly. It didn't leave the body saying, hey humanity, thanks for letting me go, like I was really wanting to upgrade. No, it left in pure fear, pure terror, in a factory farm, or even even getting killed, but in some very violent way, and pure pain going through its system. It's not a joke to experience these things. It actually is a physical, tangible thing that happens to our body. This is a physical trauma. And when we consume a being that has gone through violence, it puts violence in us. It instills it in us. So this isn't to scare you, this isn't a fear tactic. But just know, I'm speaking to you all who are spiritual beings, and I know you're conscious, and I know that you don't want to be doing these things. It's just a programming. It's just a cultural programming, thinking that we need to eat the meals we've grown up on, thinking that we can't tweak things. And it's such simple ways that we can tweak our diet to make it a conscious diet, to make it one of complete non-violence. It is so much easier than you think. Please don't be intimidated by becoming vegetarian. It is not difficult to do. It really isn't, especially in the world we're living in today. There's so many resources online available to help you in this process. So if you have any questions or concerns about transitioning, please let me know. I'm here to answer all of those questions for you. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about. And I just wanted to share about this conscious process happening. I just wanted to share about this spiritual aspect of consuming another living being. And if for any reason, for this reason alone, stop eating meat today. Stop eating it, because you're betraying your own self, you're betraying your own consciousness, you're consciously harming your body. The same as if you chose to smoke a cigarette or take shots of alcohol, you're poisoning your body. You're polluting your consciousness. Actually, Swamiji, my guru, Paramahamsa Nityananda, mentioned that eating meat is actually just as bad for you as drinking or taking drugs. And when he said that to me, I thought, oh God, like how much damage we've done throughout our lives in our meat consuming culture. So please drop this programming. You don't need it. You can be so much healthier. And trust me, you will feel the difference. Even just in a physical body, you'll feel how healthy you are within a week of stopping eating animals, consuming animals. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and please let me know how I can help you in this transition. And I challenge you all to at least go vegetarian for 1 week just to see the changes that start happening in you. The consciousness that can actually shine itself through and break through when you remove that violence and toxins out of your system. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll get back to you soon. Love you all. Nityananda.